Hello, YouTube. Somebody just texted me. This is life. Alright, so listen, here's the deal. This video is going to be called, Why Should You Be on Patreon? It's real easy. Somebody keeps texting me. Alright, thank you, phone. Alright, why should you be on Patreon? Number one, for exclusive content like this. Yeah, all the best stuff. But it's not just for me. I'm not the only person on Patreon. There's a lot of really good creators on Patreon. Viking Preparedness is there. Step 1 Survival, Staff Sergeant Badass is there. I follow Nut and Fancy there, the Ice Age Farmer there. Who do you guys also follow on Patreon?
Just you and Viking Preparedness.
Me and Viking Preparedness. I'm sorry about that. What about you? American Homestead, Zachary Bauer is there. So there's lots of good content on Patreon. There's thousands of creators on Patreon. And the upside of Patreon is the exclusivity of the content. So you can literally write in there, hey T, I got a question about, like, one of the things I want to film this morning before y'all go home is the best axes and their best uses. Here come the flock. Here come the flock. I am the chicken whisperer. Right, so we had a guy ask, hey man, I need to know about axes. What do you got? So we will literally do a mini consult for this guy. That's what we do there. And we do at least 3 of those a week. And the barrier to entry for that is $1. And then at the $5 level, you get the tactical loot box drawing. So every month we'll put a loot box together and you get, there'll be a drawing. And what's the value of the loot box? I don't know, 50-ish, 100-ish dollars, depends on the month. But we'll draw out of that small pool of people and send you a loot box. The $10 a month is where it gets interesting. That is the mastermind level, which is every other week we will do a long 3 to 4 hour live stream with $10 and up patrons, where we will answer whatever questions you have as a community, as a group. If you need to know the best practices for broadcast planting lima beans, we'll talk about that. If you want to know the best bullet weight for coyote hunting with your AR-15, we'll talk about that, or whatever. So that's an exclusive live stream that'll happen twice a month. That bird is dead. You're dead to me, bird. I'm going to make just an obnoxious chicken tier, right? At like $17. Just like some stupid amount. It's going to be exclusive obnoxious chicken footage. That's all that it is. And you're going to only get it at $17 a month. And then the $20, $50, and $100 a month, you guys get everything that anybody beneath you gets, plus you get phone consultations with me. And details of that are at the Patreon site. And then lastly, there is a new tier, the Tactical Alpaca Response Team. You guys can go there and check that out. It's a high-level tier, but that opens the door for us to consult in person for your government, your church, your mag, your small group, your tribe, your business, whatever your thing is. If you need my input, I'm happy to give it to you. And we can talk about that more as well. So the Patreon address for us is patreon.com/TJMorris NTXMAG, November Tango X-Ray Mike Alpha Golf. Or you can just go to Patreon and put in the search bar Squid and Bear, and you can find us there. We have 142 patrons, and I would really like to get to 200 patrons by the end of October. So I get lots of questions about, well, why should I be on Patreon? That's why, because you get all the mini consults, the telephone consults, the in-person consults, the exclusive live streams, the behind-the-scenes footage, the written blog posts, all the things. And that's just from our channel, to say nothing of the thousands of channels that are also on Patreon. So there's your mini spiel about why you should be on Patreon. Shalom.